But we got a couple guys here that from the local politician level. So first I want to introduce to you from the Kenosha School Board, Kyle Flood.
Hi everybody, thanks for being here. This is a great event. First of all, I want to have a round of applause for Jim Pat, who I know has been working hard to get this set up. I met Jim Pat like a half a year ago when I found this group. You want to say hi again? I met Jim Pat about half a year ago and I found out about this group. And I've been involved ever since, paying attention to the Facebook page. I was formerly on the KUSC school board. I ran unsuccessfully for alderman. Unfortunately. But what I wanted to speak briefly on was just the need for legal and political reform on this subject. It sounds crazy coming from a state like Wisconsin that hasn't been very progressive lately that we should be talking about decriminalizing drugs. But I think that it's time to stop considering drug users, heroin users, as criminals. I don't think that my friend, who I found down the street from here on the side of the road with a half-smoked backwards cigarette, overdosing, is a criminal. I don't think that my friend who killed himself because he couldn't get past his addiction is a criminal. I think it's time we stop considering them criminals. I think it's time we have a change in our laws. We need our politicians to take a stand. I've said before that if a politician won't say the word heroin, they shouldn't be in elected office. Amen. I stand by that. Now, we do have some politicians making the fight. We do. One of them, one of our state representatives, is here today, and I'm so glad that he came. I didn't even expect to be introducing him, but he's here. He's making the fight. He's fighting for things, for legal reform that we need. He's on the right side of things. So I'm happy to introduce Representative Tod Ohnsted. Woo! Woo!
Well, I'm State Representative Tod Ohnsted from the 65th Assembly District, where we're all at today. And I'm great to be here today. And I'm not only a politician that'll say the word heroin, I'm a politician who'll say the words "fuck heroin." Yeah! And one of the issues that we've actually been able to find bipartisan support in the last couple of years is issues on heroin addiction in the state. And one of the things I feel good about in terms of being a representative is that we've actually made some progress in this issue. But we've got a long, long way to go. And one of the things that unfortunately everybody in this crowd has in common today is that we all have a friend or we all have a family member who has died from the use of heroin or other opiates. And this is a scourge that we have to all come together to do whatever we can. And I just want to say a couple of thank yous. Also, of course, to Jim Pat, the local guy who's responsible for this great event here today. And also to the Fuck Heroin Foundation, the people who are in the pretty cool bus back here, making their way across 48 states, talking about the importance of fighting this scourge that has impacted all of our communities. And Kenosha is certainly no exception. Kenosha currently has approximately 1 overdose per week. This is totally unacceptable. This is something that when we start the new session in Madison in January, we are certainly going to try to bring even more legislation about heroin. But we need to reach out to our loved ones. We need to reach out to our families. I'd just like to mention a couple, probably the most important thing to this crowd that we have done something on in terms of the legislation in the state, and that is essentially the Good Samaritan law, where if you are in the process or your friend is in the process of doing heroin with another friend who's overdosing, make the call. Call 911. Save their lives. You will not be arrested. If you hide the evidence, if you hide the facts, and that person goes ahead and dies, that's a different story. Make the call. That law has been passed, and I was proud to vote for that, along with the rest of the legislature. So it's great. It's great to be here with you all today. And once again, just to close, I can't think of more appropriate words than fuck heroin.
Yeah.